The world's richest countries are no longer the traditional economic powers. Although while GDPs have been rising quickly, there haven't been any significant changes in how wealth is distributed, so here are the top 10 richest countries in the world. Number 10, Hong Kong. It begs the question, is this former colony of Great Britain an independent nation? It is currently a special administrative province of China. Evidently, this is the case because everyone in the world treats it as so. It is one of Asia's financial centers, coming in at number 4 among the 190 economies in the World Bank's annual Ease of Doing Business rating. Hong Kong, a famous location for entrepreneurs, allows foreigners to hold 100% of their companies even though they lack citizenship. The majority of the world's ultra-high net worth individuals, those with at least $30 million in wealth, reside there as well. Number 9, Kuwait. This little Arab country, which ranks 9th in our list of the 10 richest countries in the world, is well known for having a petroleum-based economy, with 95% of its exports consisting of petroleum-based goods. So, it is not surprising that Kuwait's GDP per capita has increased by 1.9% from the previous year to $66,980. The nation is not only the 9th richest in the world, but it is also the 2nd richest member of the Gulf Cooperation Council after Qatar. Yet, the nation has continued to look into other potential sources of income despite possessing about 10% of the world's oil reserves. In fact, in order to prepare for the future, it has been attempting to diversify into additional potential income sources. Number 8, United Arab Emirates. The United Arab Emirates, UAE, a nation in the Middle East that likewise primarily depends on oil exports, earns money from the telecommunications and services industries. Although being one of the richest countries in the world, it does not take its success for granted. By placing bets on sectors with a high potential for yield, it has been diversified its revenue streams. The national economy has profited greatly from this decision, with the tourist industry assisting in navigating the country through the global financial crisis of 2007 to 2009. The UAE has been sustained by sound economic strategy, which has led to a 2.4% increase in its GDP per capita, which is presently $70,262. Number 7, Norway. Norway, a significant nation in Scandinavia, is endowed with both beauty and charm in addition to a thriving economy. In fact, its GDP per person increased by 3.1% in 2018 to a startling $74,318. The country's economy has grown significantly as a result of industrialization, with the main drivers of the economy being fishing and the exploration of petroleum and natural resources. Norway is known for its excellent living standards and independent monetary policy, which appears to be working in its favor given its strong productivity, government-sponsored healthcare, and low unemployment rate. Number 6, Ireland. Ireland, a country renowned for producing great authors and for having beautiful tourist destinations, has developed into one of the richest countries in the world. Thanks to its thriving economy, which is mostly fueled by commerce and investment specifically, it has one of the greatest living standards in the entire globe. The GDP per person in Ireland has climbed by 6.1. Ireland's economic development continues to be the envy of other nations despite having peaked in 2008. The country is becoming an exporter of computer, electrical, and medical equipment thanks to the presence of foreign investors like Microsoft, Google, and Apple. Together with its natural resources including fisheries, minerals, and lumber, the country's pharmaceutical and chemical industries also contribute to its economic prosperity. Number 5, Brunei Darussalam. The population of this little country in Southeast Asia is only 400,000. So don't be fooled by its appearance. In recent years, Brunei Darussalam has consistently been among the top 10 richest nations in the world. The nation is ranked number 5 this year with a GDP per capita of $81,612, up 3.1% from 2017. More than half of the GDP of this strong Southeast Asian economy is derived from oil and natural gas production. The money it receives from its investments abroad and local production serves to further support this. Nonetheless, Brunei is beginning to diversify its economy by making investments in other industries. The government's subsidies for housing, food, and healthcare for its citizens reflect the robust economy. Number 4, Singapore. with a GDP per capita of $98,255 in 2018, an increase of 4.4% from 2017. This cosmopolitan city-state of 5.612 million people is regarded as the richest country in Asia and fourth overall. Despite its tiny size, scarcity of natural resources, and lack of arable land, it has amassed wealth that other nations can only hope to achieve. Singapore's economy is currently expanding, mostly due to foreign commerce and investment. The biggest industries are finance, shipbuilding, and electronics. Singapore has earned its status as the most expensive nation in the world by seeing its economy grow by 3.9% just in the second quarter of 2018. The nation's liberal economic policies and multicultural economy are largely to blame for this. The nation's manufacturing and services sectors have steadily boosted its economic stature, even if the financial services industry continues to be the foundation of the economy. Number 3. Luxembourg. This little European country is renowned for its magnificent castles, mouth-watering cuisines, and for being the world's final Grand Duchy. The nation's robust economy, however, more than makes up for its small size. On our list of the top 10 richest nations in the world, Luxembourg comes in third place. The nation's GDP per person has increased by 3.9% to $109,199 over the previous year. With the steel, industrial, and banking sectors as its top revenue producers, Luxembourg's rich natural resources are thought to be the driving force behind the country's economic progress. Due to its cheap taxes, it has also been drawing banks from all over the world, as seen by the fact that it currently has over 150 banks. The country's economy, which is noted for innovation and having low inflation rates, has benefited from conservative economic policies. Number 2. Macau. This former Portuguese colony, whose GDP per capita has increased by 7.4% to $118.099, has established itself as the second wealthiest country in the world. Tourism and gaming are the main drivers of its robust economy, earning it the moniker of biggest gambling center in the world. Comparatively speaking to other gambling economies, Macau has benefited the most from the industry, consistently recording the greatest gaming income globally since 2006. In the first half of 2018, visitor arrivals climbed as well, growing by 8% to 16.81 million. Although these sources of income have constantly provided money, efforts are being made to improve the administrative and manufacturing sectors. Number 1. Qatar. Qatar, an oil-rich nation, is ranked first among the top 10 richest nations in the world. Its established petroleum industry, which generates around 85% of its exports and 70% of its overall national revenue, drives its strong economy, which has been outperforming the rest of the world. Despite having a small population of approximately 2.639 million, Qatar benefits economically from having a large oil reserve. The oil industry has provided the nation with extra funds in recent years. Together with its exports of steel and fertilizer, the tourism industry has also been helping to fill the national coffers. Qatar's economy, however, is far from ideal and depends heavily on foreign labor to function. Qataris are not subject to any taxes, allowing them to fully enjoy their income as well as the government-sponsored national health insurance. The GDP per capita of a country determines its richness or poorness, as was previously said. This does not imply, nevertheless, that everyone in developing nations lives in poverty. Similarly, there are poor people in prosperous nations. And while studies have been concentrating on ways to alleviate poverty, which is thought to be the more urgent of the two problems. So there you have it, the top 10 richest countries in the world, and if you enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button.